Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So this is a scattered thought today. This is about being disabled and exercising. And it's not about doing, let me just start over. Okay, so there has been on Facebook for the past couple months, there have been 3 places around me, which are gyms where you can go exercise, who have been asking, and I don't know if they do this in your area or whatever, but Facebook for me, whatever I look up, whatever I buy, whatever, as soon as I go on Facebook, it's all over the place. Everything I look on Amazon, everywhere, it's like all of a sudden, like if I look up sewing machines, all of a sudden in all my feed, there's like advertisements for sewing machines and sewing groups and all these things. Like, it's really weird. So, I was looking up something for physical therapy for my husband. And anyway, some gyms have them and everything. So all of a sudden, these advertisements from Facebook start coming up of gyms in my area. I guess they're called gyms, right? Where you exercise places. So I have written over the past couple months because they ask for volunteers, women from 20 to 60, to come and to be evaluated, and it's free, and then they help you come up with an exercise plan for yourself, and that you can go there and exercise, and that they guarantee you lose X amount of weight or inches or what have you. They all have their own gig, right? So over the past few months, I've written them because the 3 that I've seen have been in my vicinity, right? In my area. Every single one, I write and I say, hey, I'm a chronically ill, disabled woman in her late 40s. I would love to be able to come and you help me figure out an exercise regimen that is good for me, an eating plan, a regimen, and that kind of thing to help me get on the fast track, not fast track because it's not fast, but, to get me on my right track of living so I can get into better shape, be able to maybe handle some of my chronic illnesses a little bit better, to take the weight off, and those kind of things. And I write them, I don't write them a story, but I give them the general idea of what I have and how long I've had it and the issues I've had and my everything. Not one of them. They've all written back, and it's all been the same. I'm sorry, we do not work with disabled people. You can always contact your health insurance to see who, if they have anybody in your area. Good luck to you. And I'm just like, boy, you guys are really missing out on an opportunity to help people. Now, mind you, look, people who are disabled and on disability, no matter if it's SSI, SSD, it doesn't matter. You don't get a lot of money. Our insurance doesn't, they don't offer too much for people who are disabled. But it makes me sad because there are so many of us out there. And if it could be a program where we can go and that they can help us individually, why would they pass that up? That's a big thing out there to do. And it's really disheartening because I was all excited the first time I saw it because I thought, this is really great. Like, maybe I can go in, and I'm like a before and after story, obviously. And like, I would love to go in and be able to learn better eating, exercises that I can do for myself. Obviously, I have to be very careful and I am slow at it, but what a great accomplishment at the end for me and the person who is training me. But like I said, the first one turned me down, the second one turned me down, and the third one turned me down. And I almost, wrote back and said, like, really? Like, this is such a great opportunity for you guys and for me and for so many of us out there. There are so many of us out there who, my insurance doesn't pay for much as far as gyms or exercising or anything like that. We have like a YMCA around here, but it's like really far away, and it's just not convenient for me to have to drive a half hour to go to the YMCA to be able to go in the pool at a inexpensive cost. And it's just very sad. I think that a lot of us well, I mean, I can only really speak for myself and my husband, but for a lot, some of us, that it would be such a good thing to be able to do. And it just makes me upset because it's like, we matter and we count too. And maybe we want to be in better health. I'm sure there's a small percentage out there of people who are chronically ill who really do exercise on their own, eat well, and do all that kind of stuff. And I think that's fantastic. I am in a vicious cycle at the moment. And not only that, medication makes me gain weight when I blink. The minute I swallow a pill, I swear the next day I wake up and I'm 20 pounds heavier. And I've talked to my doctors about it, and, there, some medication does that. And, you get the same, well, you got to start walking a little bit, even if you can only walk 2 minutes, that's what you should do. And I get it. But it's just not motivating enough for me, because the pain that I experience afterwards can be devastating for days. So I don't know. I just thought that it would, it just baffles my mind. It just baffles my mind. 3 places around me, none of them, 2 were men, 1 was a woman. None of them even like thought to say, you know what, like, sure, I would love to help you. I'd love to help you. Do you know what I mean? Or come in for a consultation. Let's see what we're dealing with and what we can do. I don't know. Maybe it's just me living in the clouds and living in the clouds and thinking, people should be helping other people. But I don't know, it's just disappointing, and it was a thought I had, and I thought I'd come on and talk about it because it makes me very upset, because like I said, there's a lot of us out there, and whether it is whether some of, like, fibro, they say it's from trauma, it's from this, it's from that. Regardless, there's a lot of us out there with fibro. And fibro, I have RA and kidney and all that other kind of stuff, but fibro can be sometimes more violent than any of them. And, so to get up and just kind of go walking, I just think if I was held a little bit more accountable for myself, and had help knowing that, not so much accountable, but like having help knowing, you know what, I'm going and they're going to help me, and they're going to help me do stuff that I can't do, or maybe I don't know about, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's a fantasy in my head. I don't know. I don't know. But that's just my thoughts for today, because it's been bothering me, and I thought I'm going to come on here. Am I the only one who feels that way? Yeah, I would just love that. So I don't know, but let me know what you guys think down below. And maybe you guys have really good experience with different gyms or people helping you or whatever. It's really hard, and I don't know. It just bothers me. It bothers me a little bit. We're not a country here that likes to help people anyway, and we definitely don't like to help disabled people. They get looked down on a lot, and I've talked about, like, the handicap sign, and, just in general, people aren't kind. And, our country here is not, they complain and complain about kids eating McDonald's and kids eating this and kids eating that. And, let me turn that off. I'm so sorry. Like, not eating healthy, and we need more veg, and we need more fruit, and we need organic. And now that not organic, I mean, it's like not being enough. You got to eat veg and fruit, which is good. I'm not complaining, but now it has to be organic because the pesticides and this and that. It's like, it's almost like they keep us in such a state that we need doctors, we need the medication, we need all these things. I'm going to tell you, and I know a couple of you will argue with me. I would love to buy fruits and vegetables and really eat and fish, sustainable fish, and all that kind of stuff to eat well. I have 4 people to feed here, my daughter's boyfriend, but Dave and I, let's just say, it can be very, very expensive. We don't eat out much, but I would love to buy all the organic stuff and all that kind of stuff. That is an ultimate goal of mine, but I can't. And even buying fruit and veg, it's like, I'll buy the frozen fruit when it's on sale and make smoothies and stuff, but it's not the same as sitting down rather than having a piece of cake, having a nice peach. I'd love a nice peach. But unfortunately, I live in Jersey, and I live in South Jersey, and everywhere I've went for fruit and vegetables pretty much around me, it's yucky. It's yucky. I have to seek out places who sell it organically, which is fantastic. And I do, but as summer rolls down and fall comes and winter, you can't find really good vegetables or fruit here. And I don't know. It just sucks, and it's so expensive, and I just don't know how we're supposed to live, because I do want to eat organic, and I do want to eat grass fed, and I do want to do all that, but it can be very, very expensive. So if you're able to do it, I'm like, hey, good for you. I'm so excited, because it can be it can be very, very expensive. And once in a while I do buy them, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I can go on a tangent about this, and I'm not. So, as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Please give me a thumbs up if you like Scattered Thoughts, and let me know down below what you think about this, or have you had good experiences with gyms and that kind of thing, without having to pay an arm and a leg for it, because it is very expensive, and you just don't go once a month. It's very expensive, but I would love to have somebody help me. Do an exercise regimen for me, where I like, okay, do the treadmill for 3 minutes or 5, whatever it is, and then let's do this, and we're going to build the strength, just stuff that really could nurture me and help me get into better shape than I am now with all the chronic illnesses. So let me know. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.